What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Turn focusing on the Vancouver Canucks naming Trevor Linden to be their president of hockey operations, replacing Mike Gillis. I think it's a good move. I believe Trevor Linden, if you had a poll amongst the fans, would be considered to be the fan favorite all time among Vancouver Canucks. And I think Bore is the most talented player to ever play for them, and I don't think anyone will argue with that. But I definitely think, to a person, Trevor Linden was their favorite player. And, really epitomized class, and just an all-around great player for many years in Vancouver. Got traded away, and then came back, and and was part of their closest team that ever came to one of their closest. They've lost in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals twice, but on that '94 team, losing to the Rangers at the Garden in Game 7, and also when they had those really good teams in the 2000s, they had a legitimate shot at the Stanley Cup in 2004, and we know what happened with Bertuzzi. You lose Bertuzzi, and the team just kind of lost what made it effective. But obviously, no one's crying foul for Todd Bertuzzi. What he did was wrong. But back to Trevor Linden, I think it's awesome to get him back in the fold for the organization. It reminds me a lot of a couple years ago when the Bruins brought Cam Neely back as president of hockey operations, and he's done a fantastic job, obviously, with his hockey know-how and all that. And I believe Trevor Linden will give a similar thing to the Vancouver Canucks. And I think it's a new era. It's also kind of like the Avalanche bringing back Joe Sakic last year, having a player that you just always have there with your franchise. That with one is the other. Mr. Canuck was Linden, so always helps sell a rebuild to fans. And I believe it's going to be kind of a long rebuild, but getting some positive vibes back in the organization is a great thing. And getting Trevor Linden will do that. I think he'll do a good job in terms of moving pieces around the board, getting the rebuild going, and getting Vancouver back to being a legitimate contender. Could take a while, but I have full confidence in Trevor Linden. Guys like him have a tremendous hockey IQ. They know what it takes, and I think he'll get them there. And I think it's a good day for Vancouver. It's going to get dark before it gets lighter, and I think that's just I think all Vancouver fans have accepted that, but I think there's some silver lining, and that's in bringing Linden back to the organization, and that's what it is. And again, if there's one player you associate with Vancouver, it's Trevor Linden. Now, for me, it's Bore, but that's just because I get the biggest man crush ever on Pavel Bore. Don't mind me. Anyway, that's what I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Vancouver Canucks naming Trevor Linden the president of hockey operations. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.